New gameplay for Death Stranding 2 on the beach was revealed during the Tokyo Game Show 2024. Hideo Kojima and his fellow developers and cast members at Kojima Productions revealed a lot of details about the game. They also announced and revealed the photo mode that will be in the game, which is more involved than other games, and they have said that they have decided on the release date, but they can't disclose it just yet. When we know the release date for Death Stranding 2 on the beach, I'll be sure to mention it on the gaming news. Are you looking forward to Death Stranding 2 on the beach? Bandai Namco have released gameplay of Heihachi Mishima in Tekken 8. He will be available to play in Tekken 8 from the 4th of October 2024. For a long time it was rumored that Heihachi is dead, but his resurrection was announced during the latest EVO. Which character do you like playing the most in Tekken 8? RGG Studio announced the next Like a Dragon game. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii will be releasing on the 28th of February 2025. It'll be focused on the character Goro Mishima as he explores Hawaii as a pirate. So far, RGG Studios have released a gameplay trailer of the upcoming game. Which Like a Dragon or Yakuza game do you like the most? The DLC has been announced for Stellar Blade. The DLC will introduce a photo mode as well as a collaboration with Nier Automata. The Stellar Blade DLC is set to release later in 2024. When we know the release date, I'll be sure to mention it on the gaming news. Did you play Stellar Blade? The DLC release window for Black Myth Wukong has been discussed. According to the China-based journalist Daniel Camilo, Game Science want to release the expansion for Black Myth Wukong to coincide with the next Chinese New Year. The next Chinese New Year will start from the 29th of January 2025. When we know the actual release date for the DLC of Black Myth Wukong, I'll be sure to mention it on the gaming news. Have you played Black Myth Wukong? Ghost of Yotei has been announced. Set 300 years after Ghost of Tsushima, the game will focus on the main protagonist Atsu. Japan's Mount Yotei is considered the Fuji of the North, and the game will be the first from Sucker Punch to be specifically designed for the PlayStation 5. Ghost of Yotei will be releasing during 2025. When we know the release date for Ghost of Yotei, I'll be sure to mention it on the gaming news. Did you play Ghost of Tsushima? PlayStation have released a detailed blog about which games will be enhanced for the PlayStation 5 Pro. Capcom have said that Resident Evil Village will feature 120 FPS mode, and that Resident Evil 4 Remake will also be enhanced. The enhancements for Resident Evil 4 Remake include increased graphics and increased frame rate. You can pre-order the PlayStation 5 Pro from the 10th of October 2024, and it will be officially releasing on the 7th of November 2024. Which Resident Evil game do you like the most? In-depth gameplay of the upcoming action RPG Ballad of Antara was released. Players will take on the role of emissaries as they explore the real world and also the other world called Para. Throughout your journey, you'll be collecting essences to clean the world. Ballad of Antara will have a single-player mode as well as up to 3-player co-op. The game is set to release sometime during 2025 on PlayStation 5, PC, and also mobile devices. When we know the actual release date for the game, I'll be sure to mention it on the gaming news. Are you interested in a game like Ballad of Antara? Speculation that Resident Evil 9 could be revealed soon. Capcom have already confirmed that they're working on the game, and there's rumors circulating that the game might be revealed during the next PlayStation State of Play. There's also speculation that Resident Evil 9 will feature Jill Valentine and Leon Kennedy. When we know more information about Resident Evil 9, I'll be sure to mention on the gaming news. Which Resident Evil game do you like the most? To celebrate The Last of Us Day 2024, Naughty Dog have released the trailer for Season 2 of The Last of Us. The trailer features a slower, creepier version of Future Days by Pearl Jam, which was featured heavily in the game The Last of Us Part 2, and the trailer also gives the first official look at Abby, Dina, and other characters in the TV show. Season 2 of The Last of Us is set to release during 2025. Naughty Dog also released an Easter egg for The Last of Us Part 1. Apparently, you can update The Last of Us Part 1, use the lighting featured in Left Behind. On the main menu of Last of Us Part 1, if you enter the code down down up up, left down right triangle, or E on PC, then the game will change to have the lighting of Left Behind. When we know the release date for Season 2 of the TV show, I'll be sure to mention on the gaming news. Did you play The Last of Us Part 2?